I'm David Halpern. I'm the Director of Digital Manufacturing for CertainTeed, which is part of Saint-Gobain North America. CertainTeed is North America's leading brand of interior and exterior products, which includes roofing and siding on the exterior side, and on the interior side we have insulation, gypsum, and architectural solutions.
I'm Murid Ramasamy, part of CertainTeed Saint-Gobain. My role is IT Manager, Digital Enterprise Architecture. The Factory Plus program is a fusion between a technology, engineers, and our internal customers. It's powered by Ignition. It's primarily a forefront manufacturing IoT digital platform just to gather the data in a real-time fashion, just to keep the plant informed of their operations. Mainly help to drive the optimization of the process on the plant shop floor.
Factory Plus is our mechanism to help shape the digital culture at our plants. By providing our plants with the right tools and education, our facilities will be able to leverage the increased data that they receive to make our employees and equipment act and run more efficiently.
My name is Tariq Rahman. I'm the Program Manager for CertainTeed Saint-Gobain, and my role is to bring in new tools and technologies to our Factory Plus product. The main issue we are trying to address is the lack of data visibility. Before a system like Ignition, you're getting all your production and quality data recorded on paper. It's harder to track and analyze data that way. With Ignition, we get real-time values. We know exactly how our lines are performing, and we get historical data as well, which can then be used for future projects.
When we started on this journey, there was really no standard, I would say, across our company, and we really wanted to set Ignition as our standard and really build towards the future for the benefit of our company.
My name is Aaron Murdoch, and I am the lead software engineer for the digital manufacturing team Factory Plus project at CertainTeed. Ignition and our Factory Plus system allowed us to transition our roofing and siding sites into an Industry 4.0 standard. We were able to make the transition between using a lot of paper and Excel-based documentation about plant processes into a true digital manufacturing environment where everything was recorded digitally.
So from a module perspective, we're certainly taking advantage of the partners of Inductive. The MES functionality from Sepasoft and CirrusLink for us represents our IoT bridge.
As far as the connectivity goes, we use OPC UA to gather the data from the plant shop floor, and we have the tag historian where we store the MES contextual data. For the UI front, we use Vision Perspective module, alarm notification module to keep the plant informed about the production upset. Our MES functions runs on the Sepasoft, we use OEE, SPC, recipe management, and from the CirrusLink we use IoT, Azure IoT Digital Hub to move the data from the plant shop floor using the IoT bridge to the cloud.
Ignition's licensing model makes it really easy to implement Ignition, and it's very powerful that way. If some modules are not needed at certain sites, we don't have to spend the time or money to go and implement those modules. It's all very modular.
I believe that the Sepasoft was really the selling point for us. Us being a SAP ERP shop, the SAP Business Connector was a big selling point for us. Having that pure integration from your MES system to your ERP system is huge. The ability to utilize the Perspective module is not only important today, but even as we move forward and get deeper into mobility, those features are really huge for us.
The integration with SAP has changed our process drastically. Without that integration, you're relying on a production planner giving the operator a list of orders. Now it's integrated well with Factory Plus, so the operator is able to see what orders he has to run. Previously, you would still need a clerk in the office to enter production quantity, scrap reasons, downtime reasons into SAP. Now, just by using the system, it's confirmed directly from Factory Plus to SAP, which not only is a big time savings, but you save on resources as well. We use Ignition to track our manufacturing processes step by step. We use the report module as well for different production reporting. Our plant managers, our production managers can just start the application on their phone and see how their lines are performing. Recently, we've also been using the MQTT transmission and engine modules to send process tag data from Ignition to the MQTT broker for various analysis needs.
The Factory Plus program, it brings shop floor data as well as the real-time data from PLC to give some real-time insight. We collect so many different data points from different sensors from the business, from entering a process. So we'll be able to just to pull like a different metrics, like how is my plant performing in terms of the availability versus how my line is performing. Do I have the production upset? So we will be able to record like some downtime or what is the reason for the stop. So that kind of helps to just to build this KPI together to just give some real-time dashboard for the executive management.
We use various servers. We have our development server, we have our QA server for testing, we have our pre-prod server, we have our enterprise server that houses data from all of our business units, and then we have the production servers that are on the plant. So we use Ignition's remote tag providers to send tag data to our development server, which allows us to do the initial development. Then we send it to our QA server where we do testing. We use Git for version control. Our pre-production server is something we recently launched, and it's designed to be an ideal replica of the production servers. And then of course we have our production servers where the operators run their application from.
So we started rolling out the Factory Plus system at just a few sites to begin with, and that has now transitioned into 13 roofing sites and 4 siding sites across 2 business units.
So our plants in total are up to, I would say, about 2,000 plus users. And certainly that number is growing by the day. Our roadmap is expansive. And so the sky's the limit right now in terms of number of users.
Maintaining the Ignition is easy actually. So we have an enterprise administration module where we be able to just connect to like a different gateways where we can just do like the license management and any kind of upgrade, like any kind of the development changes that we push from development to QA to the production side, it can be done. It's easy, I would say.
So we've made a lot of recent leaps with our maintaining of Ignition by utilizing Git. Because it is all text-based on the back end, we are able to use Git to track version history, deploy to the production easily.
One of the tools we're looking to integrate with Factory Plus, it's called the Energy Management module. So energy management is part of Saint-Gobain's global mission to be carbon neutral by 2050. So a lot of our North American plants have invested heavily in acquiring submeters to track natural gas, water, and electric usage. We can't just rest on our laurels. We have to continually to see, what issues the plants have or how we can enhance the product. The EMS was part of the global goal. So anytime there is any request from a plant or from headquarters, we're always looking to expand Factory Plus to make sure it's the latest and greatest.
I believe our plants always knew that they could do better in this space. There was not a team focused and dedicated to coming up with a solution in this space. And so our CIO really pushed for the creation of a digital manufacturing team. And so that allowed us to create this vision of Ignition. This is more than just a project for us. This is a program. And it's a program that has many layers to it. We certainly set off to create a standard within our company of how to deliver. And so our team went with Ignition as the future, and it's been successful in that everybody is now following. And so I totally think this solved the problem.
Yeah, we haven't faced any challenges using the Ignition to the multiple facilities actually. So Ignition does provide some kind of an open architecture, flexible solution, like a platform that kind of helps us to just move from one plant to another plant.
So the system has really allowed us to transition into the Industry 4.0 world where we're able to look at a lot of different data points all at once and use that data to do cost savings projects, to figure out where areas of concern might be, those types of things.
2 of the expansions that we're looking at is our industrial analytics or digital twin project, as well as how we can incorporate generative AI into Factory Plus. For industrial analytics, we've started to send process data from Ignition via MQTT to our MQTT broker and then to our cloud historian called Snowflake. The idea here is then at Snowflake, we can combine this process data coming from Ignition with our quality and MES data coming from our databases to create one single source of truth for all of manufacturing data. And from here, we have several use cases. One of them is using a BI tool like Power BI to use this data as foundation and run various self-service reports, visualizations. Our data science team has also been working on an internal analytics platform and will also be able to use this digital twin data in Snowflake to run various machine learning algorithms. And the idea is we want to understand how our different machine parameters, tags, interact with each other, their correlation, and how it can yield greater production and things of that sort.
We're very excited about where we're at, but I think I'm even more excited about where we can go from here.